What is going on, TCG community? It is Poke Collector NYC here, back again with another top things in my collection video. So this is going to be the top items I have collected or as part of my collection in 2021 for each individual TCG that we collect. Now, if you know, or if you've seen the channel, you know I open up Dragon Ball, Yu-Gi-Oh, MetaZoo, and Pokemon. So those four TCGs is what we're going to show you today. We're going to show you one item from every TCG that we have is our considered our most valued or top collection or top things in our collections. Thanks everybody for watching. Please consider subscribing to the channel, hitting that notification bell, and smashing that like button. This is a follow-up to the Pokemon one because I thought it would be fun to kind of just show you that we do have a little bit of variety, and while Pokemon does have a special home in my heart but we still have other things that we do collect here on the channel. Shout out to Blue EX and to Secure Reliable Gaming for being Patreon members, supporting the channels in other ways outside of watching that video and smashing that like button. Let me know in the comment section below which one of these things in my collections is your favorite from our top TCG collections. Okay, first one is going to be clearly a Dragon Ball Super Trading Card Game PSA slab. This is one of two that's in my collection. This one is my favorite because it is probably Dragon Ball Super, in terms of more modern sets, or, well, not modern, but like more recent sets are not as high value, but they are definitely very cool. And the first one is going to be Super 17 Sibling Absorb SCR Gem Mint 10. I think this is a very low pop. I'm pretty sure this is like one of like three, maybe, if that. Here, probably not worth more than $200 if I am not mistaken. But that is my favorite card from Dragon Ball Super. Definitely a beautiful card though. Love the artwork on that. Just the colorways in Dragon Ball Super, they just pop. So I definitely shout out to Dragon Ball Super Trading Card Game for their amazing artworks right there. All right, so the next one is going to require two because it's two cards, and it is Yu-Gi-Oh! That's right, it is Yu-Gi-Oh! That is just the cover of the slab. Don't worry about that. These two right here, they go as a pair. This is definitely the most highest value cards I have in my collection of Yu-Gi-Oh! And these come from the biggest set to come out of this year, which is King's Court. If you guessed it right, that's right. It is PSA 10s, Gem Mint 10s of the Egyptian God cards. That is right. We have two of the secret rare versions out in King's Court. There are Ultra Pharaoh's Rare and secret rare versions of each of the Egyptian God cards. The secret Pharaoh's versions have much more value on them. We are missing the Slifer because we never pulled a secret Slifer out of the set, but we pulled a Obelisk and a Winged Dragon of Ra. Let's just take a quick, beautiful look at that right there. PSA Gem Mint 10 and PSA Gem Mint 10 Winged Dragon of Ra. Like I said, such beautiful cards. Each of these are at least $1,000 each at minimum. So this is, definitely a special part of my collection. I did not collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I collected Yu-Gi-Oh cards as I was growing up, but like this is the King's Court was the first set of recently where I was like, okay, I'm gonna collect Yu-Gi-Oh because of these like nostalgia cards right here, and they had these like secret rares, which is such a beautiful colorways in the names themselves. I love it. Definitely my favorite thing there from Yu-Gi-Oh. So I'd say probably anywhere between $2,000 to $2,200 worth of value in this. Easy. All right. The next thing, you saw it in our last video, but I definitely wanted to pull it back out again for Pokemon. It is our Jungle Booster Box. So for this one, it is the highest, most valued thing in my collection from a Pokemon perspective. This is probably about a $9,500 value right here. It did skyrocket from when I first purchased it. I think by next year, this will probably go down to about 5 or 6. There's still, like 2 to 3x value from what I purchased it from. But like the older this is, the more value I think for me it is going to be just staying sealed in my collection. But such a beautiful Beautiful set. Obviously, you can get Scyther, Snorlax, Vileplume, Wigglytuff. You know, you remember those jungle cards from back in the day. You can still get like Flareon and Jolteon, you know, if you want those evolutions. So definitely going to stay sealed in my collection. Such a beauty just to have, you know, the nostalgic factor of this right here. I got it from Full Grips Gaming. Full Grips Gaming in January of 2020, so right before the spike of Pokemon. And then obviously, you know, they had to take down all their other vintage stuff because like they didn't know where the market was going to be. But yeah, that is my top prized possession of Pokemon right here. WotC right here. All right, the last thing I have on my list. These were kind of in order of, you know, value of total TCGs. But a more new, and I mean new, TCG to come out is MetaZoo. MetaZoo is based on American folklore. They may expand into like global folklore. But, you know, it started off in 2020 as a Kickstarter. And, you know, it kind of just blew up from there. It has backings from Steve Aoki and a number of different people in the Pokemon community as well as the regular TCG community. And so, you know, this right here is my top possession from MetaZoo. This is the highest value thing in my collection as of to date in 2021. Now, this is even more expensive than the Jungle Booster Box because it is the Kickstarter version of the iconic card. Some of you may know what this is, some of you may not. But this is essentially the Charizard. This is like a Shadowless first edition Charizard of MetaZoo. So if you are very curious to see why it's worth that value, like if you want to put that in comparison. So this is before, like first edition Charizard, Shadowless Charizard is like worth like quite a bit of money, like because it is that old and that nostalgic for people. So this is not like that high in value when it comes to that, but it is that equivalent, and maybe down the road in the future, it could get that valuable. It has the potential to be, because this is, and we'll show you right now, it is Kickstarter. That's right, we have a Kickstarter first edition Mothman, Cryptid Nation Mothman right here. So this is basically the Charizard of the set, of the first set to ever be created by MetaZoo. There's a card that looks like Charizard. It's Piazza Bird, but it's not the Charizard. This is the Charizard. Now, this last sold on eBay. If you look at eBay, from a value perspective, is $15,000, a new record. The record before that was about $11,000. So there is some craziness to the moon, you know, when it comes to Cryptid Nation and when it comes to MetaZoo. And, you know, shout out to Whatnot, because Whatnot has definitely helped the trading card become very popular amongst the community, especially those who collect Pokemon. And some members of the Yu-Gi-Oh community have definitely collected these. Now, if you get the one without the K, so K is almost like first edition in the sense of Pokemon, right? Like this is still a first edition because they're coming out with a second reprint. But the K is basically like the first edition stamp. So a regular Mothman, so like this raw is about $2,500. If you get one that's without the K, the Mothman from first edition is worth about $500. So PSA 10 in a regular first edition Mothman, not a Kickstarter, is worth about $1,200. And this one, you know, like I said, last sold at $1,500. $15,000. The reason why this is so valuable is just because there was not that many boxes created. I think there was like only like 2,500 Kickstarter boxes in total. Only 2,500 Kickstarter boxes. And, you know, that means potentially, you know, there could be up to 2 or 3 Mothmans per box. So if you really look at 3, let's say 3 from 2,500, you're looking at only potentially 7,500 full hollow Mothmans potentially ever created. Now, the numbers are not correct or accurate, so disclaimer, that is not accurate in that sense, because Kickstarter boxes, like in all of MetaZoo, all boxes are unmapped. There could be 1, there could be 2, there could be 3, there could be 4. But if you wanted to do like best case scenario, maybe 7,500, or like likely scenario 7,500 Mothmans out there. And we are just very fortunate to have one of them in a PSA 10. Remember, there could be graded less. There could be some that are never graded. But in a PSA 10, this is definitely the highest value thing in my TCG Collection. Very special to my heart is really the Jungle booster box, but this is definitely like one where, like, from a new TCG fandom, like, yeah, I'm a big fan of what they do, and so that is definitely the best thing in my collection. But let me know what your thoughts are. Again, what are your favorite thing that I showed today? Thanks everybody for watching. Please consider subscribing to the channel, hitting that notification bell, and smashing that like button. This is Poke Collector NYC, and we'll see you next time.